Now, if you're a commercial drone operator or maybe a videographer, you're probably used to delivering a polished video and a set of carefully shot and edited images. But sometimes the client asks for stills to be pulled straight from the video to capture a moment or a view that they need. There are a few ways to do that. Some are paid and some are free. In this video, I'll show you a completely free way to automate the process and extract high quality images from all your video files in one go. Hello and welcome to the Whirly Bloke channel. Now this seems to happen to me all the time. Even though I shoot stills during flights and then edit them in Photoshop or Lightroom, clients often come back asking for something that I didn't capture, but which I did get on video. Simplest method to do this, you just open the video in QuickTime on a Mac, scrub to the right frame, hit edit copy, and then paste it into Photoshop or Affinity and export it. Now that works great for 1 or 2 frames. Or you can use VLC, which nearly everyone has. With scene filters enabled, you can extract a frame every X seconds or frames while playing the video. It saves them to a folder, job done. But VLC does have downsides. It only processes one video at a time and it runs in real time. So a 10-minute video takes 10 minutes to extract all the images. And you don't get full control over the image quality or the resolution. Now, I used VLC a lot and it works well enough, but when I started doing large construction progress monitoring by drone, I needed something faster and more powerful. I mean, I was getting dozens of video files every week and the client wanted full-res 4K stills as well as the video. So I wrote a simple script using FFmpeg, which is a free and open source media toolkit, and it automatically extracted images from a whole folder of videos. I can set the input folder, the frame interval and the resolution. You just run the script and it churns out a stack of images really fast. And it works on Mac, Windows and Linux. No paid software is needed. So let me show you how it works. So the first thing you need to do is to go to my GitHub repository. This is where I've got the scripts for Mac and for Windows, and all the instructions are in this README file. Before you can actually do anything, regardless of the operating system, is you need to install FFmpeg. And these are the instructions for Mac and Windows. It's pretty straightforward. I don't need to go through that, but everything you need to know is in these links. And if you go to the Mac directory, I'm going to demo this on Mac. Here's the extract images script. You can see, there we go. All you need to do is to download this download raw file, and that will put it in your downloads directory. And then what I suggest you do is copy that into a directory that you can demo it in. So for example, I've created this demo directory. That's where the extract images script is, and I've created a subdirectory called videos, which has got 3 videos in that are very typical of the sort of thing that I do on my construction progress monitoring, if I could say it. And I'll demo it with those 3 files. In this directory, I may have 20 files from a particular visit I've done on site, but you may have 1, you may have 100. It doesn't really matter. Before you can run this script, you need to make it executable. So if you look in the README file, there's a section down here which shows you how to do that. So on Mac, we just copy that. If I go into my directory here, just check I'm in the right directory. Yeah, there we go. So if I make it executable, there we go. Now to run this, I can just say /e, and it will actually come up with the parameters that you can add and so on. But the quickest way to demo this is if I just say /extract images, and I say, I think it was called video. Was it called video? Can't really remember. It's called videos. The default parameters for this, although you can set how often it extracts a frame and the resolution, the default is to extract a frame every 2 seconds, and the image quality is set to high, and that means it will be the same resolution as your original video. So if we just say that extraction has started, and you can see here it's churning away, going through each of the files that I've got. They're MP4 files. There we go, and that's done. If we look over here now, there's a directory created called extracted images. Here we go. If you remember, we had 3 videos called junction, railway and roundabout. So we get junction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, however many it is. So we've got every 2 seconds, and railway every 2 seconds, and roundabout every 2 seconds, which is a longer one. If we just have a look at those, that's off the screen. There we go. That's the sort of image you get out of there. And you can see just how much time that will save you to extract all those images from every single video that you've got, all in one directory. All very simple and straightforward. So instead of generating images every 2 seconds by default, let's say we've got much longer videos and every 10 seconds will be fine. So we can say extract images from the videos directory. We'll go for high resolution every 10 seconds. So we'll get less images, and provided your video is more than 10 seconds long, obviously you're going to get at least one. So here we go, you look at extract images, we've got significantly less. That railway one I think it might only be about 15 seconds, so you're only getting one image. There we go, very simple to use, really fast, and you could have hundreds of videos in here and it runs through them. It's not running through them in real time, it's running through them much quicker than that. So you can process many videos very, very, very quickly. Now here's the thing, this doesn't just save you time in front of the computer, it actually makes your entire field workflow just more efficient. Instead of flying a mission and then realizing later you need stills from a specific angle and having to go back out again, you can just pull those frames straight from your video. And that means there's no need to fly a manual or automated mission twice, once for videos and once again for images. There's less time on site, which matters when you've got a tight schedule or you've got access restrictions. And it's lower risk because every flight that you don't have to make is one less chance for things to go wrong. Fewer battery cycles, less wear and tear on all your gear. And for me, if you're working under strict permissions or near sensitive areas or an FRZ, this lets you maximize your flight value in a single mission. Quite honestly, this has made my whole workflow cleaner and less stressful. You just shoot once, capture everything, and sort out what you need later without even touching the sticks. Now feel free to grab the script and use it however you like. If you want to improve it or add features, just fork the GitHub repo, make a pull request, and I'd love to see what you come up with. There's nothing particularly fancy about this code, but it's incredibly useful. Whether it's stills from the finished video or maybe select frames from graded B-roll, this just saves you a ton of time and your clients will love the extra value. Now, just to be clear, this isn't a replacement for carefully composed stills. You're never going to beat a well-framed, properly exposed photo that was taken with love and care, especially if you're doing bracketing, multi-exposures or complex edits. But what this is a brilliant way to add a value-packed image bundle to your deliverables. Maybe the client didn't expect it, but now they've got hundreds of usable stills in full resolution from their footage that are perfectly suitable for their website or social media. It costs you next to nothing in time or effort once it's all set up. And it's the kind of over-delivery that keeps clients coming back because you're not giving them what they asked for. You're giving them what they didn't know they needed. Now, links to the repo and the install notes are in the description below. And if you found this useful, give it a like and a comment and let me know if you're using it. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.